Hello there, this is Nitish Kumar Bhatia in front of you. Students, welcoming you all in the Physics Arena by Nitish sir. So we are going to discuss about the chapter number 4. Okay, students, we have already learned a lots of things about the energy. In the last lectures, I have given you all a lots of things, a lots of idea about the chapter energy. So already we have discussed what is energy and how we can discuss about these things. So once again, I am going to give you a glance about the energy. What do you mean by energy? The capability to do a work is said to be energy. Already we have discussed that. Here I am giving you a glance that what do you mean by energy. So energy can be defined as energy. How you can define about the energy? So energy is the capability to do a work. Energy can be defined as capability, the capability to do a work is known as energy. And basically in the last lectures I have tell you how many types of the energies are there. I have told you that an energy, there are the various forms of the energies are there. Later we will discuss about these things. So there are the two types of energy. While going to discuss about the types of energy, okay students, so how many types of the energies are there? Energy are subcategorized into the two forms, that is into the two types. The first one is the potential energy, and the next, and whose formula for the potential energy is equals to product of mass, gravity into height. Okay students, so this was the first type of the energy, and the next one was that is the kinetic energy, whose formula we have derived that the kinetic energy is equals to half mv square. Students, now in this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the conversion of the energy from one form to the another form. How the energy can transform from one form to the another form. So let's start with the new topic. The name of the topic is conversion of energy. Within this topic, what we will discuss that the conversion of, now what I am going to give you the idea about the conversion of potential energy into kinetic energy. Basically within this topic, what we are going to describe, potential energy. What do you mean by potential energy? The amount of energy possessed by a body due to its position or due to state of rest is said to be the potential energy, whereas the amount of energy possessed by a body due to its motion is said to be the kinetic energy. So what we are going to do? We are going to convert potential energy into the kinetic energy. It means that when a body is having some amount of energy, then it will have capability to do a mechanical work, which is known as the kinetic energy. So what we can say that when the potential energy changes into the kinetic energy, okay, when it is put to use, it is said to be that the law of conservation of, that is the law of conversion of energy. What is law of conversion of energy? Here what I am saying that when potential energy of a body gets converted into kinetic energy, so that it can do a work is called law of conversion of energy. Means here the energy is going to be converted from one form to the another form. So a student, there is one more thing is there. One more thing is that what do you mean by the law of conservation of energy? Conservation means that here I am writing the new term, that the law of conservation. Students, if I am writing conservation, what do you mean by the conservation? Here I am writing conservation. Conservation and preservation, there are the two basic things. Conservation means the preservation means that to save something for the future use, but for a limited time. Okay, in our daily life, whatever be the vegetables we have made in the last night, we can use it only till morning of the next day, but that is a preservation. But in the terms of conservation, it means that to preserve something for the large duration of time. Conservation means to save something for a larger duration of time. It means that there is no change of its energy. So conservation means to preserve or to save something. Here I am writing to save something for future use, for long time. That's why it is lots of time in our television, some advertisements are coming that we have to save water, save life. Why? Because if we will not save the water, then surely a day will come, then we will suffer for the lackness of water. So student, what is law of conservation of energy? Law of conservation of energy states that, here I am writing law of conservation, not conversion, conservation, law of conservation of energy. So what does it mean that the law of conservation of energy? Law of conservation of energy means that the sum of potential energy of a body to the kinetic energy of the body remain constant at each and every instant. What I am saying here, I am saying that this law states that the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy of a body remains constant or remains unchanged, remains constant or unchanged what? At each instant. Means at each and every point of a body, the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy remain unchanged. It means that there is no change in the potential energy and the kinetic energy of the body takes place, then it is said to be the law of conservation of energy. It means that potential energy, expression for this equation is potential energy plus kinetic energy, that should be constant for each and every point of a body, then it is said to be that body is following the law of conservation of energy. Okay student, hopefully you are getting my points what I am elaborating here. So now let's, in order to explain some of the examples, or lots of examples has been given in your book. So let's start with a few of the examples. So here what I am going to give, the first example which is given in your book is that a stone at a height h. Let us suppose, so the first example which I am going to discuss is that of the example of the stone. Okay, let us suppose with the help of a rough diagram I am going to elaborate this example. So this example is the potential energy is stored in a stone at height h. So students, what I am going to say, I am going to give you the law of conversion. Here potential energy is going to convert into the other form of the energy. So let us suppose that this is a height h from the surface of earth. So this is the surface of earth. So here I am writing earth surface, and this is at a height h. This is a height h. Okay student, its height from the ground is h. Okay, let us suppose that at a height h there is a stone. I am going to mark a stone with a green pen. So this is the stone. Let us suppose that this is the green marked object is a stone. Let us suppose that an object is placed at a height h. So at that instant, what is the amount of energy possessed by that object? As we are knowing that the amount of energy possessed by a body due to its position is known as potential energy. So here potential energy of the stone will be, that is mgh. Okay students, so the amount of energy possessed by a body due to its height is known as potential energy. So here the amount of energy possessed by the stone is mgh. So as let's start to put it down. As the stone is start falling down towards the earth's surface, what will happen? Here kinetic energy is mgh. Here potential energy is mgh. Since at this point the body is not in motion, so kinetic energy will be 0 because the body is not in a motion. As the stone is start its motion at any instant, let us suppose that is instant A. At this instant, whatever be the amount of kinetic energy loses, whatever be the amount of potential energy loses will be the gained in kinetic energy. As we are knowing that here potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy, because if a body is having some amount of energy, then only it is capable to do a work. So with the mgh it start to move, and at a instant its kinetic energy will be equals to its potential energy, because both sums should be equals to the constant value. So and as it will reach to the ground, again when it is reached to the ground, it will have only the kinetic energy, because all the potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy. So here the kinetic energy will be, that is half. What would be its kinetic energy? That is half mv square. It means that for the whole thing, and this is a particular condition of free falling. This is a condition of free fall under gravity of a stone. So here what will happen? Here the thing will happen that the sum of potential energy, how much potential energy is there? mgh, plus how much amount of kinetic energy is there? That is half mv square, should be constant. Means whatever be the amount of energy, whatever be the amount of potential energy loses will be converted into the gain in kinetic energy. As the stone will lose its potential energy, it will gain kinetic energy, and both sum will be constant, and this follows the law of conservation of energy. Okay students, let discuss with the help of few more examples. Okay students, so let's start with the few more examples. In order to give some more examples, what is the next example? So here I am writing the next example, that is with the help of an bow and arrow. Okay, bow and arrow. So with the help of this example, we are again going to learn how the potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy. For example, students, let us suppose that this is a bow. Don't see my diagram because my diagram is not good. Let us suppose that this is a bow. At rest condition, it is unstretched. It is at rest condition, it is unstretched. Okay, these all type of the bows you have seen in the Ramayana and Mahabharata. So this is a bow and this is a arrow. Let us suppose that this is a arrow and this is a bow while it is unstretched. So when it is unstretched, at that time it is having some amount of energy stored in the string, because an arrangement of a wooden curve tied with a string is known as bow and arrow. So when it is unstretched, at that time some amount of energy it will store. At that time, what amount of the energy will be stored in the arrow is that here the string is having what energy? Here the string is having the potential energy, because there is no motion. But as it will stretch and what releases. What I am writing here, when bow is unstressed, okay, it is having when bow is unstressed, it is having only potential energy. What is it? It is having only the potential. It is having only the potential energy. Okay, students, hopefully you all are getting what I am elaborating here. When the bow is unstressed, it is having only the potential energy. But what will happen as the bow is stressed? Now what we are doing? We are stretching the bow. As the bow is stressed, the amount of potential energy, is stored in string being transferred this string. Okay, so being transferred to bow and bow starts to move. Okay, so during this whole phenomena, what is happening here? The amount of energy is stored in what amount of energy is stored in the string. So potential energy, here I am writing potential energy is stored in where a string is being transferred to the kinetic energy of being converted into the kinetic energy of the bow. That is the arrow. Whatever be the amount of potential energy stored into the string is transformed into the kinetic energy of the arrow, so that an arrow can move in the forward direction. So here again the conversion of the energy takes place. Of what kind of the energy takes place? Here potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy. Okay, students, so hopefully you all are getting what I am saying here. With the third example, again let us choose some more example. The third example is that is a spring. Okay, students, so let us take the help of a spring. When a spring is compressed, so let us suppose that this is a spring. I am drawing here a spring. this is a spring when it is unstressed, okay, uncompressed. This is a spring. But let us suppose that when with the help of a force the spring got compressed. Now the spring is compressed. So what I am writing here, that is the diagram A, which is unstressed, unstretched, and this is what here, that is a compression in spring with the help of some force. So as here the spring got compressed, so the amount of energy will be stored by the spring will be mgh, which is known as the potential energy at rest, because here no motion is carried out in the spring. But as the spring is releases, if we will remove those force which may give the compression, after the removal of the force, what will happen? Again the spring, this is the diagram number B, again the spring will come into its original condition, like this is original condition. That's the diagram number C. Means after removal of removal of force, so no compression here, no compression is there. So what will happen here? The spring comes in a original condition due to its motion, that is a kinetic energy. So here again potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy. So this is one more example of the conversion of potential energy into the kinetic energy. Students, a lots of thing is given in your book, as the here I am only elaborating, here I am enlisting some of the examples are there, like the production of hydroelectricity. So students, as we are knowing that with the help of the dams we can produce the electricity. So how we are using this method and how we can producing the electricity? Students, as we are knowing that a dam is made at a certain height from the ground. Suppose that the height of the dam from the earth surface, from the earth is 100 meter, okay, and this is a dam where the sea water is collected into a tank, where the sea water or the river water is collected into the tank. Here the river water is collected into the tank, this is water. So when a huge amount of the water is collected into the tank, so what will be the amount of energy possessed by that body? Because here this collected amount of water is what, it is still not moving, so it is having that the amount of energy will be potential energy. Here the amount of energy will be potential energy only, no kinetic energy will be there. Means we can write that here the kinetic energy will be 0. But as the water of this dam start to flow in the downward direction and reaches to the turbine, let us suppose that this is the turbine, here this is the turbine. So what will happen? This is turbine, okay students. So what will happen at this condition? When the stored water moves from here to there, at that time student all the water loses its potential energy, and that potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy, and as it is reaches to the turbine, here whole potential energy becomes converted into the kinetic energy. So here the kinetic energy will be maximum and potential energy will be 0, because whole potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy, because the water flows through this route, and when the body is in motion, then it possesses the kinetic energy. So again here with the help of kinetic energy we are rotating the turbine. As the turbine is rotating, it produces some amount of electricity. with the help of the power grid, we are using those amount of the energy as electricity. So student, this is the method for the production of electricity, and lots of things are as example. For example, one more example is there, that is the roller coaster. That is the roller coaster. And one more example of the conversion of the what energy, means potential energy into the kinetic energy, that is the swinging pendulum. Okay student, so hopefully you all will get, after reading the book, what is these two examples also. Similarly, in the similar fashion, these two examples are very cleanly explained in your books. Go through your book once. If you are able to understand, then surely you will got what the energy is being converted to one form to the another form. If you are having any doubt, you may ask to me. Students, have a great day.